CTV News at 5 with Tony Ryma and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. Glad you're with us on this Friday, February 27th. A 46-year-old woman was killed this morning in a hit and run on Paris Street in Sudbury. The investigation closed part of Paris Street from Indian Road to Mackay Avenue for several hours while police investigated. Police say first responders tried to save the woman, but unfortunately, the woman was pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators are asking for witnesses to come forward.
We are still investigating the collision. And we're requesting that anyone with information regarding this collision or anyone who is in the area who has dash cam footage or any information that they might find relevant to provide that to us at the Integrated Traffic Safety Unit.
And the collision took place between 6:30 and 7 this morning. Police say they are not releasing the name of the woman out of respect for the family's wishes. Well, we saw more sunshine today, and in some places the temperature was above zero. How long will these conditions last? For more details, let's bring in CTV's Amanda Hicks.
Thanks for that, Tony. I'm sorry to say not too much longer. It appears that Mother Nature is playing a very early April Fool's Day joke on us with the spring-like weather that we were seeing today. Your first look at weather is brought to you by CAA. You can become a member at getcaa.ca. So I do have some weather alerts to tell you about this evening. The area in gray, blowing snow expected overnight. That will impact visibility. Yellow, we've got some blowing snow there as well too. So messy conditions out there. I'll have more details coming up a bit later on. Tony.
Thanks for that, Amanda. UCCM Anishinaabe Police Service have arrested a 39-year-old on multiple weapons charges. Police received reports yesterday of an armed man walking along Maple Heights Drive in Whitefish River First Nation, going to homes in the area. The suspect was located and arrested. He faces 22 charges ranging from break and enter and assault with a weapon to mischief and failure to comply with a probation order. The man charged with shooting and killing a 53-year-old West Nipissing man in March 2024 pled guilty to second-degree murder this morning in a North Bay courtroom. CTV's Eric Tashner shares the details with us.
When Mark Larrabee entered his guilty plea, he had his arms folded in front of his chest and nodded, acknowledging his actions, all while the family of Joseph Genereux dabbed their teary eyes with Kleenex. Larrabee admitted to shooting Genereux on March 13th at his trailer on Bradley Road in River Valley following an argument and altercation. In an agreed statement of facts between the Crown and defense, Genereux and Larrabee were longtime friends. The 911 call that came in was unclear due to intermittent cell phone coverage. When OPP arrived on scene, Larrabee put his hands up, uttering he shot Genereux in self-defense and was taken into custody without incident. The investigation determined the single gunshot was fired at a minimum of 36 inches away and hit Genereux's heart. His body was lying 15 feet away from the home and porch area on the driveway. A witness told investigators he saw Larrabee poking the body with a rifle. Police found a .22 caliber Cooey rifle dismantled, hidden in the nearby bushes beside a guitar case with other guns in it. A female friend of Larrabee's told police investigators that he'd become overconcerned with who she became friends with and that he became paranoid. After he shot Genereux, Larrabee called his father in the U.S. and also called this friend and told her what happened. She believed he called her because she had some first-hand CPR training. She got to the scene and immediately dialed 911. The Crown withdrew Larrabee's second charge, unauthorized possession of a firearm. Larrabee's lawyer, Daniel Baker, said asking the plea was important to his client and that he had never seen a situation such as this while practicing law. Justice Greg Ellis set the next court date as March 27th. From there, sentencing will be set. Neither Baker nor Genereux's loved ones wanted to speak to the media afterwards. Eric Tashner, CTV News, North Bay.
The city of Greater Sudbury will be implementing more traffic calming measures this year. CTV's Lindsay Alick reports.
From traffic calming bollards.
Bollards are very effective at is reducing those really high speeds above the posted speed limits.
To speed humps or tables. Thanks to funds generated by automated speed cameras, the city of Greater Sudbury will be able to add 8 permanent speed humps, bringing the total in the city to 13, and 12 new roads will have bollards installed, bringing that total to over 40.
Staff will be bringing a new report to the April Operations Committee, which highlights revenue from our 2025 automated speed enforcement program. And again, we'll be earmarking all of the net revenue from that program to road safety.
Ward 8 Councillor Al Sizer says most calls he receives from residents are about excessive speed.
Since the completion of Maley Drive, there's been an increase in traffic on Lansing Avenue, but we've responded with temporary bollards. But those temporary bollards will be removed in 2026. Because there was going to be a road construction on Lansing Avenue, and the temporary measures will be removed and permanent measures will be included.
Here is the list of the 8 roadways that will receive permanent traffic calming measures. Knutson says this will make a dent in the list of 41 roadways that have been selected for traffic calming measures. Bollards are installed every spring after street sweeping and line painting is complete, while speed humps are being designed currently and will be constructed during the 2026 construction season. Lindsay Alick, CTV News, Sudbury.
Time for a quick break. Coming up on CTV News at 5. Amanda has your full weather forecast. First, though, we're off to the mouth of the Michipicoten River. This live webcam is courtesy of the municipality of Wawa. Look at the sun is going down. It's 3 degrees. We're back in a few minutes.
Pure Country 91.7 wants to send you to Sandals South Coast in Jamaica. We're giving away an all-inclusive Caribbean vacation for 2 every weekday. Listen for your chance to win. Pure Country Passport with Sandals Resorts. Get closer to the Caribbean.
Welcome back from the break. Happy Friday, everyone. We made it to the weekend, and the weekend did certainly begin with some milder temperatures, some sunshine, some spring-like weather, may I say, but as we continue into the overnight hours, a cold front is going to be moving through the region, and that's going to cause some messy conditions out on the road. As you can see here, we've got still Environment Canada still has that special weather statement in effect. Blowing snow squalls could be a bit messy on there. In terms of snowfall accumulation, we won't see a lot, and as we continue into the weekend, things are going to clear up, and we will actually see some sunshine out there, which is great news. 5-day forecast starting with Sudbury Nickel Belt. Chance of flurries for tomorrow, high of -12. -12 on Sunday as well, with some sunny skies. A mix of sun and cloud on Monday, -6, closer to the normal for this time of year. By Tuesday, we warm up to -1 degree, and then 1 degree on Wednesday with some cloudy skies. For Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma, mix of sun and cloud for tomorrow, high of -12, -10 on Sunday, sunny skies there. Mix of sun and cloud on Monday, high of -4, and by Tuesday getting up to the freezing mark with a chance of flurries. For Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, a few flurries for tomorrow, high of -15, -31 for the overnight low, so make sure you bundle up. Sunny skies on Sunday, -13, chance of flurries to start the week on Monday. For Temiskaming Shores, Kirkland Lake, chance of flurries for tomorrow, high of -11, -13 on Sunday, and we get a wall of sunshine there to start the week on Monday. A chance of flurries on Tuesday, high of -2, and then Wednesday we get up to the freezing mark, and we'll be into March by then. Can you believe it? For North Bay, West Nipissing, chance of flurries for tomorrow, high of -8, -13, a little bit colder on Sunday, but we still have the sunshine to kind of hopefully warm things up a little bit. -7 on Monday with a mix of sun and cloud, and then a chance of flurries on Tuesday. So, Tony, messy conditions tonight, but things get better. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Amanda. There are staffing shortages in paramedicine, and those are only expected to grow in years to come. At Sault College, the creation of a new program is hoping to address those issues. CTV's Corey Nordstrom has more.
Over the next 3 years, Northern Ontario is expected to need 450 new paramedics. Starting this fall, Sault College will be offering a 2-year diploma program, joining the likes of Northern and Cambrian colleges, as well as Collège Boreal.
There are jobs after graduation, and I think that's an important recipe for when students are selecting programs. It's also a very meaningful career, high value, high opportunity to contribute to the wellness and the health of your community.
The new venture will include a partnership with the Sault EMS and the Algoma District Paramedic Services. Current paramedics will be involved in the education of these students, and the next generation will need 450 hours of clinical work to graduate.
It really allows us to influence, how they meet the needs of the career itself, but also deals with the things that are harder, like the stressors that you see as a paramedic or the psychological influences that they have to take part in.
Kirkham hopes this helps their applicant pool. They're looking for 15 more part-time staff in the Sault. In Algoma, from Hornpain to Elliott Lake, there's 8 open positions.
A lot of times we'll be hiring people, and if they come from out of the district, a lot of times they're trying to go back home. So we understand that when they start here, they're trying to find a way home. Sometimes, getting those local people, they know the area, they know what they're getting into, they know the geography, which again helps them with the job as well.
The first Sault College paramedic cohort will have roughly 20 to 25 students, and there is an intention to grow that number year over year. Applications are now open, and officials encourage those interested in remaining in the district to look into Ontario's Learn and Stay grant for added help with tuition. Corey Nordstrom, CTV News, Sault Ste. Marie.
After months of renovations, the Mindamoya Curling Club on Manitoulin Island is having its grand reopening. CTV's Madison Merrier has that story.
Club members showed up by the dozens to celebrate the hard work done by volunteers who spent around 9,000 hours replacing the rink and ice plant in 6 months.
We started the process of actually doing the renovation, and it involved taking our old ice plant out, removing all of the piping, the old piping that was in our ice floor, in our ice surface, and excavating about 3 feet of dirt.
Now, we have no history yet. We're probably going to be around 40% more efficient electrically-wise.
The ice pads were originally built in the 1960s. Modernizing the rink was both needed and a nod to past volunteers.
We hope that the work that we've done honors the people that started this club, and that it's here for as many years going forward as it's already been, and maybe even longer.
Going from what we had, the plant we had would have been 41 years old this year. So moving into the new era and the new technology, it's been very interesting and enjoyable.
The club received a grant from the province through the Ontario Trillium Foundation, money that was paired with dedicated volunteers and community partners to make the dream a reality.
Happy to be able to recognize the people and suppliers and contractors that helped us to get to this point today, and just want to say thank you to everybody that has supported us, and show it off a little bit and say, come on out and curl.
It was amazing. It was very good to see that all the work that we've done for the last 6 months has come to fruition, and that rock is actually going down on the ice without moving where it's not supposed to go.
While some delays postponed the opening, the curling club is happy that there's still plenty of season left to test out their new facility. Madison Merrier, CTV News, Mindamoya.
And plenty of sports to tell you about coming up on CTV News at 5. Team Northern Ontario is in Newfoundland preparing for the Brier. We'll talk to some of the curlers next.
Hockey This Week is brought to you by Rastall Nut and Bolt Company. Hockey This Week is back, and of course we've got a big event coming up on Sunday, March 1st at GFL Memorial Gardens in Sault Ste. Marie. And who better than the coach of the Sault Greyhounds, John Dean, to tell us more, because after all, it is the second annual Greyhounds Guardians game. John, thanks for dropping by. How did all this start?
Yeah, actually, for me, it started a couple years ago where I was voluntold to help out with special athletes team actually back home in Toronto, and I had so much fun with it that I thought if we could somehow bring it to Sault Ste. Marie, it would be a great event to run on a weekly basis. So it really started super small, Rick. It was, hey, let's get some Special Olympic athletes out with physical and intellectual disabilities, have them skate with our guys, run some drills and skills, and really just have some fun with it. And it's snowballed into so much more than that. It's relationships. It's 23 players strong. It's, 3/4 of my team volunteers to do it on their own. It's really been a fabric of our year and a ton of fun, quite honestly.
So I guess the Special Olympian athletes must really appreciate it too, because this is something special, because I've done that kind of work before elsewhere, but to hang out with the Sault Greyhounds has got to be, well, it's got to be the cat's meow for a lot of these guys.
Yeah, their faces light up, and we have all ages, and it doesn't matter. To share the ice with the Sault Greyhounds, and it's a ton of fun for our Special Olympic athletes, but it's also a ton of fun and brings us back down to earth too, as Greyhounds hockey players, and being a part of the community, to realize how much we mean and things we can do inside our community to have a positive effect. But you're so bang on. Sharing the ice with them and treating them as our peers and having fun. It's half the battle. Just really enjoying the ice together.
And I know that these friendships will last a lifetime. So there's a great buy-in on behalf of the Greyhounds. They enjoy doing this.
Yeah, they have a ton of fun. It's listen, we live a very fortunate life. So I want to be careful with what I say here. Is it can be stressful being an OHL hockey player, and there's stresses that come along with pursuing your dreams. And we're blessed to pursue our dreams, but this is an opportunity to sit back, reflect, enjoy the people around you, and enjoy just letting your hair down a little bit, and having fun with the intellectual and physically disabled, and just enjoying the day together. The hour goes by like it's 5 minutes, weekly. It's really, I think, more fun for our guys than it is for the athletes.
And tickets are only $5, and they're going fast right now. And you've got a great program lined up as well. What have you got in store?
For $5, it's going to go to a good place. I don't think you can find a better family day around, but I will tell you that secretly for me, it's about, I want to see 5,000 fans cheer our special athletes along. What a day that would be for them to come out onto the bench and onto the ice and see people cheering for them. That's what I'm excited about. And the charity side of it, it's a huge bonus.
John, thanks for doing this. Good luck. I know you're going to pack the place on Sunday, March 1st. Remember, $5 a ticket. Get them while they can. And of course, it's all for a great cause. Special Olympics in Sault Ste. Marie. We're back with more hockey this week in 7 days.
Thanks for that, Rick. It was an emotional Thursday night for some in the stands as the North Bay Battalion marked Hockey Fights Cancer Night in support of the Canadian Cancer Society. There were mini sticks, locker plates, and a game as they faced off against the Kingston Frontenacs.
Here is Harper with a shot. That one off a leg. Procession scores!
Ethan Procession finding the back of the net to help the troops take an early lead over Kingston. He'd go on to assist on the game winner late in the third period, beating the Frontenacs 4-3. Tonight, the troops march on to the Nickel City to take on the Sudbury Wolves. Puck drop is 7:05, and the Kingston Frontenacs will continue their northern road swing in Sault Ste. Marie to face off against the Greyhounds. Game time at GFL Memorial Gardens is 7:07. In the NOJHL, it's another battle of the border as the Sault Thunderbirds play host to the Sault Michigan Eagles. The Greater Sudbury Cubs will take on the Hearst Lumberjacks. Every time these two clubs have played this season, the winning team has scored 6 goals. Who will score 6 or more tonight? Puck drop is 7 p.m. for both matches. The Espanola Paper Kings are in Iroquois Falls tonight to weather the Storm. The Storm are still in the hunt for a playoff spot. They're 5 points back at the 8th place Kirkland Lake Gold Miners, and the Powassan Voodoos take on the Timmins Rock at the MAC. Both those games are 7:30 starts. To the pebbled ice, Sudbury's Team McEwen is representing Northern Ontario at the Brier, which started today. The boys got a celebratory send-off recently in Sudbury before traveling to St. John's, Newfoundland this week. The team has a few members who have never competed at a Brier before, and they say they need to stick to their game to be successful.
it's really easy to go to an event like this and maybe try a little bit too hard and do things that you wouldn't normally do. So we've talked about that as a team. We're just going to try and stay within ourselves and enjoy the moment.
You know what? This is a dream come true for any curler. Honestly, it's so exciting for the whole team. For Sandy and I, it's our first Brier, and Olivier, it's our first Brier. So yeah, it's super exciting.
It's pretty exciting for us. I mean, for Luke and I, we've been to 2 of these together, but it's been a few years. And to experience with 3 people who've never been, and through their eyes, their excitement, that's what makes it fun for us.
Team Northern Ontario's first game is tomorrow at 1 p.m. You can see the Montana Brier on TSN. A Northern hospital receives a major donation. Also, when we return, vintage snowmobiles are going to be on display in Sault Ste. Marie. You're watching First at 5. Our first community close-up comes to us from Espanola. The Unifor Action Center is donating more than $174,000 to support palliative care enhancements at the local hospital. Officials at the foundation say the money will support the hospital's palliative care team and improve the experience of patients, their families, and end-of-life care. To Sudbury, where Science North's Blue Coat Ball raised more than $150,000 last Saturday. The money will help Science North expand access to hands-on science experiences and programs across Sudbury and the North. The Science Centre recently rolled out the exhibit Phenomena. And to Sault Ste. Marie now, where the United Way is holding its first Frostbite Classic. Come on out and see snowmobiles from the year 2000 and older. The event runs tomorrow from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. at Runway Park near the airport. All proceeds from the Frostbite Classic support the United Way, Sault Ste. Marie and Algoma District. And folks, if you have any pictures, videos, or events you'd like us to showcase, don't forget, you can always email them to us at communitycloseup@bellmedia.ca. And there's more news for the North coming up at 6 o'clock. But for now, continue watching as we hand things over to CTV National News.